Right, do a quick little walkthrough of Wraggle, Taggle, Gypsies, and here we go. I'll play it slowly to start with, and then we'll try and break it down. I find that quite hard to play without basses. The basses kind of imply the fingering to me, so I'll try and go through them together. And we'll break it down one phrase at a time, start with the first bit. So here's the first part of the A music. Now that's an E minor chord over here, and a B minor chord on the push. I have minor chords, so a B minor chord in this box. You may have a B major, in which case rather than pressing that button and that button, you need to be pressing that button and this button to get this. A bit more work, but not too difficult. So E minor here, and the treble starts on button 5 on the pull on the outside row. Now cross row for the next bit. The next bit is played against the C chord. And again it's button 5 on the pull, but this time on the inside row. Now still in the inside row, we're going to go down to the G chord on the push. Now this bit's a little bit of a faster chord sequence. Again, we're all fully on the inside row. G chord, C chord, that's on the pull. That's a B chord on the push. And that's a D chord on the pull. That's a C chord, doesn't really matter which direction you play it, on the push, on the inside row, or on the pull on the outside row. I would probably play the pull myself. And then finally, that's all in the inside row, and again a C chord. That is buttons 3 on the inside row and 4 on the outside row, both in the push, to fit against the B chord, and back to the E, which is button 3 on the pull, and the E minor chord to finish. So together it's just playing that through. I noticed I actually played the D chord on the push. Can do it either way, it doesn't really matter. It's available both directions and it fits both directions. Okay, on to the B music. B music starts on against the C chord, and again I think it starts button 5 on the pull. So it's this. That new chord is G, so it's C, G. keyboard for the next section, a bit like we did on the A music, a little short chord sequence. G, C, B, D. So in that case I did play the D on the push, and if you do play D in the push, then what you find is the chord sequence is effectively a walk around the buttons. So it's a G on the push, C on the push, B on the push, sorry, G on the push, C on the pull, B on the push, D on the push. So you kind of think of it as going around in a circle. Which makes the chord sequence a bit easier to remember. And now onto the C chord, the next bit. I'm playing that on the pull, but I'm going to go into the inside row. So that was on the pull on the outside row. Now I'm going to go into the inside row for the next phrase, but I'm still going to play it against the C chord. And then our last, our B chord to finish off, just like we did in the A music. So that's the button 3 on the push inner row and button 4 on the push on the outer row. And back to the E to finish. Sounds like this. Okay, so that's that. Right, now just a few observations or things we can do with the tune. One thing that I find myself doing quite a lot with this tune is actually more or less keeping the first finger on the E button for huge tracks of the tune and pressing it whenever I feel like it, really. Sometimes just keeping it held down. So instead of, you might get this. Hear that? More convincing in some sections than others, but still quite nice. Also, some of these high notes, especially the beg to be doubled up by playing the note underneath it. So instead of just playing button 5 on the pull, press button 5 and button 4 on the pull. Or like this. See, when I was playing the again, I can press the button underneath it to make a simple little thirds bass melody, harmony rather. And that's that really. Other than that is just play and feel the groove of the tune. Thank you.